Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
Everton scored 2 in the first half to be leading that game 2-0, but Manchester United fought back in the second half to draw that game 2-2. Beto scored the first goal. Beto has scored 5 goals in 4 games. Good striker, good game he had, and then the Corre scoring the second goal to make it 2-0 for Everton in the first half. But in the second half, Fernandes scored and urgate scored to make it 2-2. There was a little bit of incident in the 93rd minute of that game when Everton was claiming a penalty after a foul in the box, but VAR reviewed it and cancelled it, and it wasn't a penalty. That penalty was cancelled. Okay, if you look at that game, the first half again, Man U conceded again. I can't remember how many games in a row they have conceded first in a game. The same thing. Even though they are playing 5 defenders, they can't defend anything. They cannot even defend a fly, talk less of defending a nation or defending a club. They can't defend anything. Luckily for them, they got a draw in this game. But generally, again, their defense is one of the worst in the Premier League.
Yes, it's going to be like that. It's going to get tougher. It's going to even get worse than this. And trust me, I'm saying from experience, when you're trying to change the whole system, you have to remove every piece. You get every single piece has to leave. And with these players coming in, now, Euro is a good player. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Delete is not Man United quality. And in this game, you didn't have a proper player starting in the proper position. You have a delete from the left centre back, Maguire in the middle, Euro at the left.
I think Mazraoui started with the back three. Was introduced.
I'm just saying Mazraoui.
If you want to a proper, the way you want to see it.
But if you see, delete is somebody that's supposed to stay in the centre. Maguire from the centre, delete in the centre. Martinez, somebody that plays the left foot on the left, somebody that plays the right foot on the right. Euro of and Mazraoui is not a proper defender, centre half. So, but he's been playing there. He's played as number 10 under Ten Hag, and he plays anywhere. He's one of these players I call utility players. But for mine, you need to remove every piece. The Onana, the back line, everybody should go. It's not working anymore. You look at even the penalty incident. If you look at the last penalty, the incident. No, I will say it. People said was there contact or not. Yes, there was contact. But this guy was already halfway to the ground. I was looking at the replay and I'm seeing like his left knee was already down. So with your left knee halfway to the ground, how are you supposed to make the run to get to the pass? Now the only option was because you have your left knee down to the ground and Maguire made the contact. Since there's always a contact, it's a penalty. Referee will give it. But come on, you're already halfway to the ground, so there's no penalty. But I'm just saying the whole Man United setup has to just. Even the Bruno Fernandes, because it was when I was in the game, there was a debate with Man United fans. They like hype. The debate is he would bench anytime, any day, Fede Valverde or Real Madrid. I'm like, bro, this guy is good, but he's not that good. Valverde is an utility player. Left back is there, right back is there, centre half is there, attack is there. Anywhere you put him on the pitch, he gives you 100%. But Bruno is not that kind of player. But I just feel like Man United setup is all tough.
Talking about the setup, this formation, I don't think is working. Even though some people will say that it needs time, maybe you will try 1 year, maybe 2 years before it works. But I don't think it's going to work because except that it's not the kind of player he's still looking at Manchester United. That means the player he has and doesn't fit the system.
Now look at Patrick Chinazoepere Dogu in the game. He started as a left back, what's called left wing back. Look at his performance. You know that from that area he was shut down. Everton did not really produce much from that area. You get, but though he's still new in the Premier League, he still has to fit into the Premier League. But that's his lapses. But if you look at the general performance, you see that area is kind of settled for now, somehow settled. So they didn't create much from that area. So it tells you that when you get the right players in the right position, you get it. I'm
even talking about the formation.
That's what I'm saying. When you get the right players in the right position, you get a stellar performance. And when you get a stellar performance, you get the best result. And for Man United, the 5 defenders or 3 at the back, people want to see it. It's not the first time Man United is going through that route. The coach that has gone, Moyes went through that route at some point. At Man United, Moyes went through that route. At some point, we had this man coming after Moyes, LVG, Louis van Gaal, go through that route. And I'm going to say it's not the first. Even Ten Hag wanted to try 3 at the back. It's just that the players he has does not have the energy level to run the 90 minutes. Because for you to play 3 at the back, you need your full backs or your wing backs to run 90 minutes. You need your defense, your centre half, one of your centre half, to go forward. You see the game, you saw when Maguire went forward to create chances. You saw at some point, if he's not going forward, it's either Euro going forward while he and the lead sits back. So at some point, you need one of your centre half to join the attack, to join the progression. And Man United is not having it. Okay. So those players don't have the energy level to play that 90 minutes of running.
Manchester United are still 15th on the table with -7 goal difference. They started that game with 15th -7 goal difference. Now they are still in the same position. So Amorim needs to do something else to make this Manchester United. Probably need to sell. Like I'm curious to see what he's going to do in the summer. How many players he's going to let go, and how many players going to get in to make sure that this Manchester United becomes.
Everybody go, because even if
everybody cannot go. Well, it's possible. After I also told everybody.
You see second half. You see when Chido Obi Martins enter the match.
Chido Obi don't play anything.
Not even about playing. You know, he's a young boy. You don't expect him to come and be Garnacho first 5 match. How was it? You don't expect him to come and score hat-trick. You get, but troublesome defenders. There are some touches he made. There are some passes he made to Garnacho. There are some touches he made, and he passes to Zeski.
I think people are saying that he's even better than Højlund in this game.
His positioning was just top notch, but the thing is that lack of service as well. His build, it was, let's say he was a little solid than Højlund. That's just the only thing. But the running into spaces, the lack of service was still there, because there were some passes he was supposed to receive from Zeski in the second half, even in the 87th minute. That Zeski didn't give him that pass on time. Passes from Garnacho, I didn't reach him on time. So I feel like he's solid with the ball. He has the physicality of the ball. And positional awareness, he has it. But supply, he's still lacking supply. And for Man United strikers, as long as you lack supply, you won't have numbers to prove.
For Zeski and Højlund, these are a couple of games that they have not even found the net. It's going to be a serious thing to see what Amorim is going to do in the summer, because you cannot spend almost £100 million for two strikers and they cannot score you goals. But I'm curious to see if he's going to bring in another striker this summer, if he's going to let either Højlund or Zeski go, or probably he might trust them one more season to see if they are going to do something. But talking again about Moyes, I think Everton through this, they're going to be heartbroken, because having a 2 goal lead at home, you could defend and get 3 points. They tried, but it don't work. But I think good game generally for Moyes and Everton.
Wonderful game for Everton. See, no matter how you want to criticize Man U, do this, do that, tactical flexibility and all of those nonsense, won't say about Man U. Dump that one in the dustbin. Come back and talk about Everton. Wonderful performance. Substitution just killed him.
Wonderful performance.
The substitutions just killed him. That's just
Beto has been scoring 5 goals in 4 games. I would like call him an elite striker now.
No,
he's been scoring goals.
Every coach has a way of switching on a player.
Because this guy is injured.
Because of
Calvin is injured.
Okay, let's go back a bit. How many goals of Calvin have a season? Calvin has not crossed. Has not crossed.
He did was 14.
Has not crossed the 15 goal mark. You get? He has not crossed the 10 goal mark. And Ancelotti came and made him a beast. Even on top of the beasting, on top of the goating of Dominic, he still didn't cross the 20 goal mark. He was still in double figures. Yes, 15 goals, 14 goals. In all competition, he had about 21 goals in all competition. So calculate the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and you have 21 goals. When you have at least more than.
Beto has been doing well.
So I'm just saying. Moyes knows, he's a coach that knows this is the style of player I want to play, which player fits in. So everybody knows how to unlock the beast in every player. So every coach has a player that will say, okay, I want to make you an exceptional player. And that's just it for Moyes. For me, I just feel like in this team, he has Dominic and Beto to work on.
Okay, Beto scoring that first goal. Doucouré scoring the second goal to make it 2-0 in the first half. This is how many, maybe 10 games in a row Manchester United are considered first in the Premier League, which is actually one of the worst records I have seen in the Premier League. But in the second half, they fought back. Fernandes getting that goal and that
was a beautiful free kick from Fernandes. It's been long he scored a free kick. It's been very long. As in, you don't tell when they count how many years have passed before Fernandes scored free kick. You don't tell, but you see that goal. You saw the free kick. He picked his spot, sent it there. Pickford was standing. He couldn't make a move. Nobody could make a move. Not even the defense line. Not even the block from the front. None of them could make. And I was like, okay, fine. You scored the free kick now. Time to build on your confidence. Get into the next free kick. Make sure you score the next one, because it's not your score one and go off for another 1 year. It's been long with some defenders score from a direct set piece. And this was one of those direct set pieces, a free kick that he scored from his favorite position, his favorite goal. And he was saying, I'm like, bro, you never celebrate, you're still losing 2-1. And celebrating like as if you won the World Cup. Come on now.
We got to make it 2-2 in that game. But finally, what do you think, Amorim? They are 15th on the table. Do you think that they shouldn't play anything next? I think the best thing for them to do is not to play anything next. No European, no traveling next. Is let them build on the squad. Like play only in England. You don't need to travel. I think traveling is going to make them.
This is match day 25 or 26. You have 12 more games to go.
Yes, but they are still 15th on the table. You have minus 7
goals.
You
have 12 more games to go. You definitely, if you don't want to travel next season, it's okay. You get. But at least for Man United fans, they believe silverware is just the if silverware is just the.
They are still in the FA Cup. They are even in Europa League.
So you win Europa League, you go to Champions League next season. You win FA Cup, you go to Europa League next season. So it depends on which one you want, which one is better. Do you want to play Champions League football with a dead team, or you want to build and maybe leave
Which Champions League football? Do you think they're going to win that Europa League?
Everything is on the table, man. Everything.
I don't believe that. With this thing they are playing, they are going to win the Europa League.
And you know
they
are unbeaten in the Europa League. That's the thing.
With which leg?
They are unbeaten.
With all the draws, Juventus everywhere.
Manchester United. But I just feel like if they win the Europa League, everything is on if they win the Europa League, they qualify for Champions League, then they go and they drop out of, they be like the Red Bull teams that went to the Champions League and didn't make it into the top 24.
Okay, let's see what happens with Manchester United and Amorim. Since he has taken over, he has lost more games than he has won. He has considered more goals than his team has scored. He is trying to build Manchester United, but it's a tough ask for him. You remember before this game, he was asked about his time at Manchester United. He said that he couldn't say no, that he wanted to come in the summer, but Manchester United pressured him to come now. I think probably it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
It's a good thing.
So that you test out the player.
It's more of a good thing, because in the summer you come and you be like, okay, fine, the players are good.
Or probably you might not sell all of them.
When you come in the summer, you're like, the players are good, everybody's okay. And when season now hits you, 10 games in, it's like everybody is nonsense. You need to offload. So it's like it's good he comes now. So in the summer, he has given everybody the chance to prove. Now he's about to select, at least if you look at the bench this week, you saw a little some young players
because of injuries. Yes,
not even because of the injuries, because these people have been training with the first team, but they don't travel with the first team. This is the first time they are traveling with the first team. Kukunki has been training with the first team for like a very long time now. Harry Hamas has been training with the first team. So many of them have been training with the first team for a very long time now. And this game they traveled. So next game they might feature in the last 5 minutes. You don't know, but with this team now, the academy players that will be playing next season with him, the ones that will be leaving. I'm just saying.
Let's see what Amorim is going to be doing, who is going to stay in and who is going to leave him. But this particular season has been hell for him. I don't think he could probably imagine what will have happened to him. Probably he was thinking that it's going to be rough, but doesn't know that it's going to be this rough. For more years, since I came to Everton, he has actually changed Everton, the way they play, the way they press. They have been playing good football and been winning, and they have been winning games. But let's see where they are going to be ending, and let's see too where Manchester United will end. But I feel that probably they finish around 10th if they actually start winning games. If they start winning games, but for now they are 15th on the table and have -7 goal difference. They need to actually make up that number before talking about maybe qualifying for any continental football. But let's see what happens this season with Amorim Manchester United.